impromptu speech. I think it's 2 to 3 minutes, or maybe 1 to 2 minutes. But anyway, 1 to 2 minutes. Thank you, Alia. Yes, so it would be great for you guys to practice your public speaking skills during that segment of the program. So today's theme, as per our awesome Toastmaster of the day, is enjoy your life. Now, I remember 5, 6 years ago, I walked into a nursing home in the United States because I was doing some voluntary work. Now, I love working with older people because I feel like, first of all, I learned so much from them, but it's kind of selfish of me sometimes to go there because even though I do keep them company, one of the main reasons why I like to go there is because they're like a cheat sheet. You know what I mean? You go there and you learn some of life's most important lessons by just talking to them. You sit down, you listen to them, and they tell you exactly, what life is all about based on their 70, 80, 90 years of experiences here on earth. So we sit down, I ask them what's important, what's not important, what should we stress over? And they just said, in the grand scheme of things, all the small things that we stress over in our daily lives, they just don't matter. What matters is family. What matters is making sure that you maintain your health. What matters is that you enjoy your life each and every day, because when you get older, you're never going to be able to turn back time and get a second chance at doing what you could have done very well the first time around. So seize every opportunity. Don't stress over silly things that are really subtle in the grand scheme of things, and truly invest in what's important. Like I said, health, your psychological health, your physical health, family. Make sure that you pursue your dreams, but not at the expense of your well-being. So I know I was one person who always defined myself by what I do. And then I came to learn that this is not who I am. Who I am is not what I do. What I do is my job. But who I am is simply who I am as an individual. My relationship with people around me, my friends, my family, my personality. This is who I am. So I think we should always prioritize who we are as individuals before we base our well-being upon a job that we do. And so she looked at me and she said, Dina, I'm 95 years old right now. And let me tell you, she was so mentally intact. I wish I could reach the age of 95 and be able to talk like she did. And she said, I wish I could just turn back time and be as young as you are right now. Now, mind you, I don't feel very young, but because she told me that, she made me feel like I still had a future ahead of me, that I was still very, very young. And this is precisely the problem with us. We don't seize the moment. We don't enjoy what we have today. But then when 2, 3, 4 years pass us by, we look back and we say, oh, wow, we were younger, we were stronger, we were healthier, we were more successful. So why do we always have to wait till we age to be able to appreciate where we were at the moment? Why can't we just seize the moment here and now and make the most of it every step of the way? So in order to enjoy life, don't look back and don't look forward to the future either, because what's done is done and the future is kind of unpredictable. Just seize the moment now, make the most of it personally, professionally, take good care of yourself, and know that today's moment, once it's gone, it's going to be in the past. So don't dwell over things that don't matter. Don't let negative things in your life get the best of you. And another very important advice that I came across that I would like to share with most of you before I pass the mic over to our Toastmaster of the day is this: pursue long-term goals and enjoy your short-term pleasurable activities. So even though your goals may dictate your life, don't let them rob you of your present moments. Don't let them rob you of your present pleasurable short-term activities that may in fact have a great impact on the here and now. So with that said, I hope that we all enjoy each and every minute of tonight's meeting. Thank you, Rania, so very much for this amazing, inspiring, uplifting theme of the day. And I hope everybody learns and enjoys and partakes in our table topic discussion. With that said, welcome again. And I will now hand the mic over to our Toastmaster of the day. Rania, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Dina. You left nothing me to say, but it's okay. Thank you so much. Am I audible? Okay, awesome. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, welcome to Toastmasters, where leaders are made. Here is Rania Lila, the Toastmaster of the day. And for those who don't know about this role, it's about hosting the meeting from the beginning till the end. and making sure that everything is going smoothly and effectively, and you have fun with us all. And now I just want to say something to you, that one decision has turned my life around. One decision has changed my life dramatically and completely. Do you know what it is? Is to enjoy my life. And I take it as a mantra. Enjoy it, and instead enjoying my mistakes, appreciating my life lessons as well. To enjoy and choose my problems and enjoy finding some solutions for them. Why? Because fear stops you. Fear prevents you from making any progress in your life. Fear prevents you from taking in new adventures of your life, in your life. Enjoying your life to the core, to the fullest. I know now some of you might say that, Rania, easier said than done. It's not as this, or it's not simple like this. And I agree with you. You may need to follow some rules or some keys I will mention now. It's EPR, efforts, practice, repetition. Efforts, practice, repetition. You need to do some efforts. You need to twist this way of thinking, your way of thinking, to see the things around you clearly and enjoy them to the fullest. You need to take it like a practice to change this habit and to practice it more and more day after day. You need to repeat it. Repetition is the key. Repetition, repetition. Just to follow these keys and you will maximize your enjoyment in your life. Let's start this fun time together. I will now check the agenda with you. I will share it now. Okay. As you see all, the agenda is divided into 3 parts. Do you see it? I'm trying, yes. Into 3 parts. Part number 1 is the prepared speeches. We have brilliant 2 speakers today, and each of these speeches will last from 5 to 7 minutes, but today we'll make an exception for speech number 2 for Wala Othman. She will deliver her speech in 15 minutes. We have the second part, the table topics, where when you can practice the impromptu speeches from 1 minute to 2, and this, of course, for our guests, if they want to participate with us, we will have delightful times and fun times with each other. And then we have the third part, the evaluation part. We have 2 evaluators who will give their reports, their feedback, constructive feedback for the speeches, the 2 prepared speeches. And now, before we, okay, just a second. And now, before we start this meeting, I will call the role players to explain the rules. The grammarian, Ahmed Magdee, will explain his rule and the word of the day. Please help me welcome Ahmed Magdee.
I am the language police, so watch out, because I watch your grammar, and behind me I have a hammer, but it's a virtual hammer, thankfully, so don't worry very much. I'd like to share a quote. English is a difficult language. It can be understood through tough, thorough thought, though. Try saying that 5 times in a row. Well, I'm not really here to complicate things. I'm just here to make this a good learning experience for all of us. My role is to introduce the word of the day. And today, the word of the day is counterintuitive. It's an adjective. It means different from what you would expect. Example, it may seem counterintuitive, but we do burn calories when we're sleeping. Another example, walking on water is counterintuitive. Counterintuitive, different from what you would expect. At the end of the meeting, I'll comment on the proper usage of the word of the day, and I'll also comment on the incorrect grammar and unique grammar used. Back to you. You're muted, Rania.
I know that you're always there for me. Thank you, Mr. Grammarian, for the explanation. And I urge all the guests and members to use the word of the day in this meeting. Now I will call the timer. Timer, where are you? Please give the explanation of your rule. Toastmaster Ghada Sharawi. Please help me welcome her.
Thank you, Rania, so much. Dear all, good evening. My role today as timer is to monitor the given time for all speakers in the 3 segments of the meetings. For prepared speeches, the first part, the given time normally from 5 to 7, but for the second speaker, Wala, her given time is from 12 to 15. In table topic, the given time from 1 to 2 minutes, and for evaluation part, from 2 to 3 minutes. When you reach the minimum given time, I will share the green card, and for maximum time, I will share the red card, and in the middle time, I will share the yellow card. Best of luck to all the speakers. Back to you, Rania. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ghada. And now, with the counter, Toastmaster Simek, please help me welcome him.
I don't think he's here. He's having
Looks like
some technical
I'll need my
difficulties.
hammer. My hammer will come in handy.
Okay, so maybe I could, if you'd like, I could just introduce the role until he's able to join in. Okay,
Yes,
so
please
I'm
do.
just going to be the backup for now. The counter is the person who tracks the filler words. What are filler words? So the overuse of words like, so basically words that fill your sentences, but at the same time, they add no value to them. They just cause distractions to the speaker as well as the audience. So I will be keeping track of how many filler words each and every speaker has. And I will be reporting the number of filler words towards the end of the meeting. So we're all aware of how many filler words we unconsciously use, and hopefully work on that weakness to be better, stronger, straightforward, more concise communicators in the future. Thank you, Rania. The mic is yours.
Thank you, Miss Beautiful President, for saving the day all the time. And now, let's start this enjoyable meeting with prepared speeches. The first speaker is so special because she is the newest member in Toastmasters Club. She is Rania Al-Ghabashi. She is in level 1. She will deliver her first speech, Icebreaker. But before hand the mic to her, I will call Ahmed Ala, her evaluator, to give some insights about her speech. Please welcome Ahmed Ala.
Thank you, Rania, and hello, guys, and good evening. I will be Rania's evaluator for tonight, and as Rania is going to deliver her icebreaker speech, and this is the first speech as the newest member of our community. And if I have anything to say to Rania is try to have fun. Thank you.
Now, Rania, the stage is yours, and all the best in your first speech. Please go on.
Thank you, Rania. Thank you, Ala. Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be a member of Cairo Toastmaster Club and be at that spot today. Today I want to share with you who am I. During my business trip to Jordan in 2018, I met Hiba Shabruk. Hiba Shabruk, who is a marketing expert at Orange, and after having our dinner in Jordan, she told me I'm the president of a man Toastmaster club in Jordan, and then I didn't care, and she encouraged me to participate and be a member of Toastmaster in Egypt. And then I didn't care enough about being a member or not. That was 2 years ago. After 2 years, I I saw her and her speeches and in many conferences she participated in, and then I saw how she became a great public speaker. Um, what else? So after that, I decided to be like her, a great public speaker. And then after 2 years, I participated, and now I'm a member of Cairo Toastmaster Club, because it makes a huge differences in your mindset and ways of thinking and character and everything. I think it's not enough to know me. uh, Rania Al-Ghubashi is graduated graduate from mechanical design and production engineering in 2014. She worked for many companies as mechanical design engineer, and finally her dream uh, came true and joined General Motors Egypt as product localization or development engineer at vehicle engineering department. So the least but not the last, Rania loves and adores complex and hard challenges for being unique. She adores doing the opposite of anything that is normal. Uh, Finally, Rania doesn't believe in the luck, because the truth is, for her and for every person, for everything, for every single thing that has ever happened in your life, is preparing you or preparing everyone for the moment there is to come to come. And it doesn't matter if this moment is happy or sad, positive or negative. Just keep moving and learning by heart. Thank you.
Thank you
The
so
mic
much,
is
Rania. Thank you so much.
thank
Thank
you.
you too for facing your fears and trying hard to develop your skills. Thank you. And now let's move on to the second speaker. Please, Reda, if you want to close down, shut down the screen share, please. Reda, Reda, timer. Thank you so much. And now At the time for the second speaker, specialist speaker, we have Wala Osman, and the speech title is The Toastmaster Walk. Her objective is identify the discussion points and encourage a culture of contributions. Before handing the mic to Wala, I will call her evaluator, Amal Kamel, to give some insights about her speech. Please help me welcome Amal Kamel.
Thank you, Rania. You've done a great job. You've already introduced her, and you gave the title of her speech. And I think today it's going to be a very nice speech. I mean, the second speech, and it's also talking about someone who has been in Toastmasters for quite a long time, and she will be talking about her journey and how Toastmaster changed her, and maybe how it changed all of us. So we are seeing someone who has just started, Rania, and then now we will see Wala, someone who has been a very long walk through this road, on this road. So Wala, good luck with your speech. Can't wait to hear it.
Thank you, Amal. Thank you so much. And now it's at the time to meet Wala Osman. All the best, Wala.
I'm sorry. So, when you hear your name, you have 5 seconds to describe a superhero. And from my magic box right here, I call on Dina. Unmute.
Wonder Woman.
What's great? Ahmed, what's a superhero?
Super Abdul.
Nice. And Rania, what's a superhero?
It's me. I like myself.
Great. Excellent job, you all. You got it right. So a superhero is somebody that has powers and abilities that are beyond those of the oracle. And this is how I view Toastmasters whenever I went to the club as a guest 3 years ago. In fact, every time I would go and meet those people, somebody would come up to me and go, "Welcome to Cairo Toastmasters Club, where superheroes are made." And they would walk the Toastmaster walk. But I was no hero myself. I sat there waiting to deliver my icebreaker. I was trembling, shivering, and I was glad that I joined the talking club. Nobody was free to see my heart doing somersaults or hear it go bum, 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 bum. And I was sitting next to Ziad, told him, "You know, I'm just gonna go out, get some air." And he said, "Great, go." And so when on my way out, I meet Amr at the door. And this is how I look at Amr, yes. And he goes, so I hear you're giving a speech today, aren't you? And I say, well, unfortunately. And he goes, "No, say it's fortunate that you're giving a speech today." And I'm, nice. Can I just go now? And so I deliver my icebreaker, the cringiest, most horrible speech of my life. Then Yasmin comes up, "Congratulations, that was great." And I remember thinking, "Oh, that is such good lying." But then the journey began. And I learned lessons I would have never learned had I not joined this club. And it may seem counterintuitive. If you hear any sounds, that's my bird, because I have an uncaged bird in my room. I'm sorry. Today, I'll be sharing with you lessons that I learned in my Toastmasters journey. And I compiled actually a list of all the lessons that I'll be sharing with you tonight. But I decided I'll just go with the icebreaker. So if you hear your name, you give me 5 things that you learned from Wait, 5 things? No, you have 5 seconds to say one thing you learned from Toastmasters. But before that, let's hear the words of the founder of Toastmasters, Ralph Semedley. He says that the ripple effect of being a Toastmasters member goes into 2 directions. The first is the good that may come to you. The second is the good that you may offer for people. And so if you hear your name, you have 5 seconds to tell me one thing about the good that you received from being a Toastmasters member. And for this thumbs up, I hear Magid. I want to hear from Magid.
Well, it's more than one thing, but the most important part that I learned from Toastmasters is never judge anyone and be open to mistakes.
Great, thank you. And the second is Alia.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Great, lovely. And Ahmed
Ali. Accepting other. It's a supporting community. I like it.
Nice. Thank you all. And with that, I start with my first lesson, which is something that you referred to. It's having a community, having people that would listen to you whenever you need help. So when life gets hard, when you need help, when you get stressed out, when you get demotivated, it's always this idea, this thought, this reassurance that you have people that are always going to listen to you and hear what you have to say. From 5 to 7 minutes though, but they never judge you unless they're evaluating. Shout out to my girl, Ahmed. And it's also important that we become vulnerable on stage. That's something that I learned. I gave a speech before about my friend and it was a heavy topic for me and I completely froze. I forgot my entire speech. But you see what they did here? Everybody, first they started clapping, motivating me, encouraging me. And then they started asking me questions to provoke my mind. Maybe I can remember what I've prepared. And that act was so incredibly distracting. But it was a well-meaning act to tell the world that there is a community that is always going to support you, even if you miss. But is it always about ourselves though? Ralph Semedley doesn't say that. He says 2 roads. And the second is the good that you do for mankind. So if you hear your name, you tell me one thing you did for mankind that is because of Toastmasters. Here we have Ghada.
I learned a lot from Toastmasters, but the most important lesson that to give opportunity to everyone to search about the value behind the action, the value and the message behind the action.
Beautiful. And oops, I have Amr again in the box.
I'm starting to feel special Wala choosing me twice. So that's the second lesson. I learned that I'm special. Thank you.
Oh, nice one. Good. And so with what you said, you guys, I remember one thing that my taxi driver told me one day. So I was in that taxi and I was going to Toastmasters meeting. It was actually a last meeting. And he said, so what's that meeting you're going to? And I go, well, it's a place where you practice public speaking. So how much do they pay you? And I go, it's the other way around. So I pay them. You pay to talk? So here I learned that we here Toastmasters differentiates between talking and speaking, between speaking and speaking up. In Toastmasters, we speak the language of humanity. This is the global language that everybody understands. We give hope for those who've lost it, and we become the sound and the voice of those who have lost their voices. There is a website, an article that I encourage everybody to read. It's called The Paths less traveled. It talks about how Toastmasters members use their communication and leadership skills to actually make an impact and to reach out for those who need help. And I believe that speaking up is something that we as Toastmasters, we have and we can do. And so taking that and using it to help others is the most noble actions we could ever do. And this reminds me of the idea of, you know, when you see an author that uses their writing as a means to, my bird is just so distracting. Oh my God. Maybe the mic is not picking that up, but it's so distracting. They use writing as a means to achieve their goals, to write about people's stories. So this means that we can have anything as our mean to reach for whatever it is that we're hoping and wishing for. So writers choose writing, we could choose words, we choose the power of words. And why do I think that public speaking helps societies? It may seem counterintuitive, but it does. And for that, let me share with you this man, this beautiful smile that you have in front of you. I'm gonna tell you who this man is. This is called Muhammad Rohed, and he comes from a place of war. He had dreams of changing his society, of changing his communities, of reclaiming the right to dream, of giving his people the idea and the feeling that they have what it takes to be anything. They have the potential, they are capable of doing whatever it is that is going to help them achieve their goals. But unfortunately, those dreams were cut short when he was killed 3 weeks ago in the orchestrated attack on University of Kabul. You know why I'm telling you his story? Because if we really want to help societies, we need to look at those societies and see what they're doing to help themselves. And you know what Muhammad Rohed was doing? He was a public speaker. He was a motivational speaker. Aside from anything that he could have done to help his community, he chose the power of words. He chose his words to change his people, to change his society, his community, to give them hope. And for that, we learn that public speaking is the tool and the power to alter someone's life. And that is the greatest lesson that I've learned in my Toastmasters journey. I'm gonna leave you with this. Dedicated Toastmasters use their communication and leadership skills not only to advance their own lives, but to comfort the afflicted, to aid the vulnerable populations, and to serve the greater purpose. They choose the paths less traveled. And so tomorrow when you get out of your house, you don't walk in the streets like a normal person, because you have something that most people wish to have. And that something, that thing, you need to use it for those who don't have voice. Everybody has a story, but not everybody has the voice to tell it. So you become their voices. When you go out, tomorrow, I was about to say yesterday, when you go out tomorrow, you raise your head up high and you straighten your back and you walk the Toastmaster walk. Madam Toastmaster.
Oh my God. I will act as an ambulance and say, wow, wow, wow. That was very powerful, extremely lofty and profound, Wala. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm very proud to be a Toastmaster, and I will raise my head as you just said, and I walk the same walk as you did. Thank you so much for this inspiring, lofty and profound speech. And now, thank you, Ghada, for sharing the screen. And now I was about to call you to see how our brilliant speakers go with the time. Are they qualified for vote?
Yes, most of them are qualified.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ghada. And now it's time for the vote. Please, I urge all the participants here, members and guests, to vote for the best speech between these two
In a
brilliant
minute.
speakers. Okay,
In a
Rania,
minute.
as usual, yeah, Ahmed. Rania, Nugbashi, and
The
Wala.
polls will. Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you, Amani Shihab. We will give you a poll right now to choose between the speeches. Yes, it's a great one. Have you enjoyed your time with us with these two beautiful speeches? I bet you are, right? Please raise your hand if you really enjoyed your time with us. I don't see hands. Yes. How many? 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 100. Yes, okay. More and more. Please just speak your truth and say it. Yes. Awesome. Thank you for your. You still have. You will still have more great time with us. And now here is the poll. Please pick up the most powerful speech. We still have just 1 minute. I urge all the participants, members and guests to vote. Wow, we didn't know this, Wala, but it's okay. It was great anyway. It was great anyway. Yes, you should do this. We didn't know about this. Okay. But we liked the bird, by the way. You should just transfer to anywhere else, but it was like a background music, to your speech. You should introduce him to us. Do you have a name for him?
Of course.
Thank you, Farah.
His name is Marwan.
Wow.
Okay, we have just half of the participant choose the best speaker. So I urge you to choose one, Rania or Wala. You will have only like.
Okay, just please vote for the best speech.
15 out of 33. Yes.
17 out of 27. 18. Come on, guys. Okay.
Okay. We will close it in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Zoom Master. And now, here is the second part of our enjoyable meeting, the table topics section, where you can practice your impromptu speeches, unprepared topics, with the most cutest Toastmaster you will ever see in Toastmasters in general. Now, please help me welcome Ali Atayr.
Thank you so much, cute Rania. So great seeing you all, even if it's virtually. We're still seeing each other, thankfully. I mean, we'd see each other even more if you had the rest of your cameras on, but I'm not gonna force anyone yet. This segment is all about improving our impromptu speaking, quick thinking, critical thinking skills, time management skills, imagination skills, and highlighting attentive listening skills. You will really need that skill during this segment of the meeting. And yes, all members and guests are welcome to contribute in 1 to 2 minute speeches. You'll see our lovely timer, Ghada, raising the green card when it comes to 1 minute, the yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and the red card at 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace period. And yes, remember to use the word of the day, counterintuitive. Now, it might seem a bit counterintuitive now, that we are going to do a segment that's going to be a little bit different than the segments we've previously done in previous meetings, because this time round, our first volunteer or victim, and I call that victim because I'm probably going to choose on someone, is going to deliver a speech based on a quote that is going to be given to him or her. The second speaker, and all of us, in fact, will listen attentively to particularly the last line that is to be delivered by the first speaker, because that last line or last sentence is going to be the first sentence of the following speaker. Clear? Thumbs up if it's clear, or party reaction, or whatever it is. All right, so let me see who the first victim is going to be. Num 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 num. Let's start off with Cookie, Christina.
It's like we just had a bet about that, actually. So. I bet that you will pick her.
She was trying to avoid eye contact, but no, it didn't work.
She knows that. I cannot concentrate if I'm not sketching.
You're sketching. Okay, now it's talking time, Cookie.
Too visual, too much a visual person.
I cannot concentrate if I have to do something. So
you can't pause the sketching for a minute or two.
Sure, okay.
Okay.
What's the quote?
Okay, so your quote is: the greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do. Again, the greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do. Leave us with a powerful sentence. I'm sure you can do it. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. Actually, that's one of my the closest lesson to me, to my heart, is that lesson. It's one of the greatest pleasures on earth to go exactly against everyone's expectations. I learned that the hard way, and Megan attended that with me. The incubation program that we launched last year, it was a 5 years project. And actually establishing the PR department 13 years ago, and the family business. I worked in the family business. I worked everything from saying hi on the door to establishing whole departments. And everyone said, as a girl who is from an AUC and curly blonde girl, cannot go around all the Egyptian universities around Egypt and promote the concept of CSR, corporate social responsibility. They said, guys can do it, you can send guys to do it, you cannot do it, and you cannot establish this department on your own. And I remember 13 years ago, I said, okay, you say I can't. I went and I established it. And then 5 years ago, I was attending for the first, actually more than 5 years, 6 or 7 years ago, I attended the first round of the Rise Up Summit, if anyone knows about it. And I've been in the CSR, I've been working in the CSR department for around 10 years by then. And I saw many projects who couldn't develop more than to be the graduation project of the students, and they couldn't do it as launch it as startup companies. And when I attended the Rise Up Summit, I was so impressed by how the process of incubation works, and then the acceleration. And I asked myself, why doesn't everyone do that? They said I couldn't do anything about it. And then we did it last year and we established 12 startup companies. So in a nutshell, it felt amazing. It was one of the greatest pleasures. And everyone that said then hats off to me because they couldn't see it coming. That's one of the greatest pleasures in life.
It wasn't that hard, you know?
It was.
It wasn't.
You did it.
It wasn't.
See? And you exceeded the 2 minutes as well. Thank you, Christina, for being our first victim. And now our next volunteer, let's say.
I've
A chance for someone to volunteer.
The same subject.
See?
Pardon?
She voluntarily made the last sentence the same subject.
Yeah, your last sentence, so Christina's last sentence was hats off.
No.
No. Everyone
Or
said
it was a pleasure. See, I'm testing my own attentive listening skills.
It was
the
one
last
of the
sentence
greatest
was? It was one of the greatest pleasures of life. Is the first sentence of who? Who wants to come up next? Oh, come on, guys. Mahmoud? No? Not yet, you mean? Amal!
Okay.
Go,
Got
Amal.
me.
It was one of the greatest pleasures of life.
It was one of the greatest pleasure of life listening to Alat's speech today. Today was a very difficult day for me. A very long day, actually. I've just finished work. I was rushing here to get to that meeting. I even tried to reach out to Dina to see if she can be my backup today, because I do not want Alat to find herself without an evaluator, because I always look forward to her speeches. It's one of my greatest pleasures to be here with you guys. It was a very tiring day, but still, being here with you, it's like taking all of that load on my shoulder just off. I love being here with you because you guys make me smile genuinely. This one is real. I've been on this meeting today for 8 hours, online meeting. So I've been staring at this screen and faking a smile every now and then because no one wants to see me frowning, because guys, when I frown, I look terrible. I look like this. I look like a serial killer. I know that for a fact, but now I just love being with you because I have a real smile when I'm here. Listening to you, Alat, seeing you, Alia, and seeing Amr every now and then, and Mag, although it was going to be way better if I could see you guys in person. But you know what? If it was in person today, maybe I was not going to be able to make it. So luckily we have this technology that is helping us seeing each other again. Now, Alia, over to you.
Thank you so much, Amal. It was always and is always great to see you too. Now our next volunteer. Oh, Ahmed Magdee, welcome. Great having you with us.
Hello. Thank you all. I'm very happy to be with you again.
I miss you.
Me too. Really, I really miss you. I was planning to see you physically in Ashraf's house, but unfortunately it was the rain and the weather. That's it. But I was planning to.
No worries. It's great you made it to our online meeting anyway.
Yes.
Thank you,
Magid. He invited me. Magid. Thank you.
Thank you, Magid. We're thanking each other all meeting and even afterwards. All right, so Ahmed, would you like to step in the table topics?
Right now?
Yeah?
Just give me a few minutes.
Okay. So Ahmed's last sentence was, who can remember? Thanks to technology for allowing us to see each other. Thanks to technology for allowing us to see each other. Toastmaster. I'm sorry, but dear guests, you're here to also contribute, you know? We're not only going to pick on members. Muhammad Barakat?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's your turn to try, and no one is here to judge you. You're just being yourself and voicing your thoughts and feelings, okay? The first sentence of your speech is, thanks to technology for allowing us to see each other. Over to you, Muhammad Barakat.
Again, you want me to share my feelings about this?
Yes, you're doing a speech that starts with this sentence.
Thanks to the technology to see each other, connect all the people from everywhere. I think in this difficult time, technologies allow us to meet and share our views. It's my second time here, actually. First time I didn't participate in the table, I think, topic table, but now I really got surprised you said my name, so it's very I'm really now excited. It's exotic to me now, so I'm really happy to speak to you guys and Toastmaster, and I hope that I continue with you in the next meeting.
Just to be, let people know who I am, let people know what I am capable of, what the things that I like, things that I want, and it came naturally. Now I can start good conversation easily. I find common land that we can, exchange thoughts and, exchange opinions about different subject, different topics, just to be myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif. And now our next speaker, Mahmoud. Part of the experience is for us to step in and be ourselves. We cannot just sit and watch the whole time like this. Come on, guys. We need some talking. That's why we're here in a public speaking, right? Not just to sit there. So, Mahmoud, give it a try. Don't stress yourself over anything. We're all here having fun, okay?
Yeah.
In?
Me.
In. Thank you. So, the first sentence of your speech will start with thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Okay. I know it's not easy to say and it's probably difficult for a lot of. Can you hear me? Yeah, I know it's not easy to say this, but I'd say thanks to the time Corona gave us to think a lot of ourselves. Corona, yeah, it was difficult time all over the world, but we were able to think a lot, to have spare time. You know, this whole working from home exercise gave us a lot of opportunity to work and think how we are working, how we are doing stuff daily. For me, it was a good time to lose weight. I lost almost 20 kilos. Start reading books again. I stopped this exercise for maybe 10 years ago. That's why how I knew actually about Toastmasters. It was a book for Brian Tracy. He mentioned the club. I go to be here. Speeches were nice. I want to see how the speech was 2 years ago. Yeah, Ghada, I'm done. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mahmoud. See, you did it. You did it and faced it and accomplished it. So who's the next courageous victim? Okay, a quick thumbs up if you're willing to volunteer. A quick thumbs down, because I'm gonna choose now. Mustafa Sabal? Sabal? Are you here? All right, not. Yasuko Abi. You here?
Hi. This is my first time to be in the Cairo Toastmasters, so thank you for having me.
Great having you with us.
Okay?
Yes.
Great.
We can. Okay.
Cool.
So the first sentence was, can anyone remember what was the last sentence before thanks a lot that Mahmoud said?
Oh, sorry. I remember it. Sorry, Mohammed.
I cannot even remember.
All right. Do it right.
Sorry?
Do it right, Yasuko.
Do it right should be the first sentence?
Yes. Do it right.
Okay. Cool. Do it right. That's what I have been told from my parents since I was a child. But I'm grown up and I think that it doesn't have to be right always. You can be wrong. You have to make mistakes in life. And that's how you learn lessons. That's how you grow yourself. That's how you can be kind to people. So if I have a child in the future, I don't want to tell them that they should do things right. I want to tell them that they should do things or the things that they feel like doing. And then that's how they determine the way they live or rules with other people around them. And that's a really important skill to live your life with a joy and make your life meaningful. I was born in Japan. I came to the UK when I was 26, and I came to Egypt just a month ago. When you live in other countries or different cultures, there's no written rules. So that you have to talk with people, have to define the rules when you meet people. And that discussions, that learning process makes life joyful and meaningful. So that's the life lesson that I got from living in other cultures. Thank you.
That's the life lesson I got from living in other cultures. Thank you, Yasuko. Who is this first sentence going to come to? Greetings to Japan as well, Yasuko. Abdussalam. Abdussalam, you were raising your hand or something? Do we even have an Abdussalam? Yes, we do. And he is muted. All right. Guys, do you realize that this is supposed to be the most fun and interactive part of the meeting where everyone is supposed to contribute? Or am I in a world of my own as usual? I feel that too. All right. Maggot, with your broad smile, I'm sure you'd love to participate since we already chose Christina, you know, I think just to be fair.
I did not. You picked her up. I did not, by the way.
I mean, just to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So your first sentence?
Living in different countries is what?
Let's simplify it so it's not so restrictive. We can say, and that, okay, that's my greatest lesson. You don't have to include all cultures.
Yeah, but I mean, I have to second Yasuko on this one. The greatest lesson is truly being exposed to a cosmopolitan culture. When I lived, see, here's my first, Miss President. When I lived in different countries, it was always the challenge of many things. First of all, is to create a network of friends outside the professional realm. The second challenge is always to adapt to the culture, because sometimes you may say things that you find common, but in other places of the world, they found it very offensive. Like, for instance, I remember I had a call with one of my customers one day, and it was a virtual call. It was like this one, but before Zoom kicks in and the Corona and everything, it was a video call with my customer back when technology was still young and fresh. And he had on his background his child, one of his kids, second out. And then I was saying that instead of telling him, oh, look at this cute daredevil, I told him, oh, he has this devilish look. I was like, and the guy was extremely offended, because it's like, it's a counterintuitive thing when you talk to a person and you find him, you know, blaming or bad-mouthing your child, you know. It was very, very uncomfortable at that place. So the only thing I learned from dealing with different cultures is that you need to do your homework before you put your foot inside. That would be my last sentence for whomever coming back. Thank you.
You need to do your homework before putting your foot inside. Inside what? Let's find out from the next speaker, who is going to be Mr. and Mrs. Ghost. Nader, would you like to volunteer? You were here from the very start of the meeting. I feel like it's enough relaxation time. Nader is speechless. Okay, Miss Timer, how much time do you have left till the end of the segment?
Okay, we have 3 minutes.
3 more minutes. Okay, so 1 to 2 more speeches.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that difficult, you know, guys? Carol Faris. Thank you, Amr. So, what was the sentence?
Hello.
Do your homework before you put your foot down.
There you go, Amr. Over to you. Is it you or Karen, Amr? Oh my
She
god.
just spoke.
Karen, are you here?
Just spoke, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having some technical problems with the internet.
No worries. Go ahead.
Okay, can I have the word again, the line?
So, Maggot, kindly share that in the chat. do your homework before you put your foot down or inside. Inside what? You know, up to you. Or you can start with do your homework if that makes it easier. Flexibility, you know?
Okay. Well, first, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Carol, and I think this is the third time to join Cairo Toastmasters meeting online. To do your homework before you put your foot down. Okay, starting with this line has given me the very keyword of do your homework. And being a student for the past, I don't know, 20 years of my 26 life, homework is not the most encouraging word. It feels like you have to do it. It's a must. There's so much obligations, and I've always hated doing homework. I've always preferred to do things voluntarily, to go for things in charity groups or
ماما بتقول نشف من
or
جوه
things,
وتلاقي معرفش
or things that I can do without people pushing me. And to do my homework has always been a very annoying, sorry, but a very annoying word for me in my classes, in my work. But I think there's also a very important benefit for it, which is I find myself rarely committing to something that is not obligatory. If I don't have to do it, I usually slack, I postpone, I say, okay, I can do this later. I can do this next week. Maybe I can do this tomorrow. It's not a must. So after about 8 years of medicine school, and now I'm preparing more studies for me, I've realized that I commit better when I have to do the homework. I have to do what I must do instead of just choosing. So I'm starting to fall in love with the obligatory routine, must do homework strategies rather than the charity voluntarily doing. Although Cairo Toastmasters is my first committed voluntarily thing I have done in a while. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carol. I believe time is up, or what? Yeah, Ghada? Okay, thank you so much for all of the speakers. It felt a bit like pulling my hair, but thank you all for your contributions. I enjoyed my time with you all, and now I hand you back to the Toastmaster of the day, Rania Leila.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alia. I enjoyed my time with you all, as you just do. And thank you all, all the participants for your contributions with us. I really got inspired, but most of you, but all of you, by Ahmed Magdee's quote or words that you need to speak from heart, by Magid when he reached the top of self-awareness, when he started to count his own words. That was very tough, by the way. With Yasuko's when she said that she learned from her mistakes and she really appreciates her life lessons after all. And at the end, Carol, when she said that the homework was like a tough term, that you need to talk obligatory or do obligatory works. I like it so much. And of course, that was very inspiring. Thank you all for your contributions. And now I will ask the timer, where are you? To know what about the participants and are all they qualified for the vote?
Okay. You know that we have 30 seconds tolerance time after the maximum given time, so all of them are qualified.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for this good news. And now we have the poll put out on your screen. This I urge all the participants, all the members and guests to vote. We have Christine, Amal, Muhammad Barakat, Ahmed Magdee, Sharif, Yasuko, Mahmoud, Magid, and Carol. Go, 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 go. Just 7 out of 22. Come on, guys. Vote for the best speech. 12 out of 21.
I won't close the vote until everyone vote. Okay. So let's stay up all night.
He's so serious about this, guys, by the way. I know him really well. By the way, I urge all of you to vote right now. I know a lot. That's why I say that 13 out of 21. Just vote. So please, how much time do we have to end this vote?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Amazing.
Okay, that was a close one. Okay, over to
Thank
you.
you so much. So Master, Toastmaster Ahmed Ale. And now, moving on to the third section of this enjoyable meeting with the evaluation section. And now, please help me welcome the general evaluator who's gonna present his team to the meeting. Please help me welcome Maged Wasf.
Hello again, everyone. As I was saying at the beginning of the meeting, it's a bit of a nerve-wracking experience when you open the meeting and the one in charge of closing it at the same time. So it's kind of a challenge today. Well, first of all, I would like to extend a great hand of applause for every Toastmaster who spoke before I did. Our president, our Toastmaster of the day, Rania, President Dina, of course, our Toastmaster of the day, Rania, and our table topic master, Alia, in addition to all the evaluators that has started or been introduced before the speakers. Today, we have 5 evaluators or in the evaluation team. We have the grammarian, our previous president, Abdud. So would you please introduce or give us a hint about how many people use the word of the day today?
The grammar police is here. Welcome. People who use the word of the day are only 3. Can you imagine? It's Alia, Maged, and Wala. But I'm happy because most of the time the word of the day ends up being not used. So that's a step forward. So let's look at some of the things that happened in today's meeting and see how we could make them better. I'm going to share my screen. So you should see a Word document on your screen right now. Give me a thumbs up. Yes? So the difference between B and P. Now that's confusing. And if I say this 1,000 times, people won't get it. So I have to go technical on this one. So bear with me here. So B is a voiced sound. I'll explain that in a minute. And P is voiceless. Voiceless. So to demonstrate, let's do a quick test. Put your hand on your throat and say zzz. Do you feel the vibration? Yes or no? Zzz or bzzz. Yes? Raise your hand if you feel vibration. Yeah, if you feel vibration, this means. Now try saying zzz. Do you feel any vibration? No, it's voiceless, no vibration. And that's the difference between the B and the P. Basically, when you say s, you let a lot of air out. So when you say p, here, I have a tissue right here. So look here, the tissue is gonna move when I say p, 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 p. You see, it's moving. But if I say b, it's never gonna move. B, 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 not moving. But p, it's moving. So your vocal cords, when you say p, p, shouldn't vibrate. It's voiceless. You let air out, a puff of air. P. Can you hear that? P. I hope you weren't by this, but just to demonstrate. Anyway, on YouTube, there are lots of exercises that you can follow to get this right, because I think 16 years of schooling didn't root that problem out, so we have to do it another way. Let's correct some sentences together. Can you see my screen again? Yes. Megan, thumbs up if you can. Good. It makes a huge differences. Please unmute yourself. Feel free to talk. So it makes a huge differences. Could anyone correct this?
A huge difference.
Yes, thank you. Heba is graduated.
Has graduated.
Okay, or we could just, cut out
Or
this.
graduated. Just graduated.
Okay, least but not last.
Last but not least.
Last but not least.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So you can tell I'm an English teacher, so I have things the right way. Curly blonde girl.
What's about
Can a girl be curly or is her hair curly?
Hair.
Her hair, right? So you should say curly blonde haired girl because her hair is curly, but the girl cannot be curly. It connects people.
Connects.
Connects. Okay. And technology allows
us. Allows.
Yes, so don't forget the third person S in the present simple. When you talk about habits and facts, you should add an S, he, she, it, verb plus S. I'd like to thank the person who gave an advice.
To me.
Gave me an advice.
Yes, who
gave me an advice.
Or who gave me advice. Now, the reason I do this is because advice is uncountable. So he gave me advice. You cannot say one advice, two advices, three advices. You say an advice. It's important to live your life with
the joy. No,
Yeah, so you can live your life with joy, and you can also live life joyfully. And if you use the adverb, you cut down words, so that's great. The quote of the day by Wala: everybody has a story, but not everyone has the voice to tell it. Really wise. Thank you, Wala. And the word of the day was used by Magid, Wala, and Alia. Let's give them a hand. Thank you very much. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Mr. Grammarian. Yeah, you really brought us the teacher in you. Can you just stop sharing your screen if you don't mind?
I already stopped sharing.
Still shows at my end. Anyway, okay, so now we will go to the prepared speeches part where the evaluators are going to evaluate the prepared speeches. Let's first welcome Ahmed. Was it Ahmed, right? The one who evaluated Rania. Yes, would you please come forward and give us your evaluation of Rania's first icebreaker speech?
Okay. Thank you, Magid, and welcome again. Congratulations, Rania, on your first speech. This is your icebreaker, but that does not mean I would go easy on you. First, I would ask people to give you a round of applause to because you overcome your anxiety and fear, and you delivered your first speech. And this might be counterintuitive to you, but this is a great start for you. I assure you that. Just a minute, I wrote that here. It was a good meeting, so I forgot about my evaluation and stuff. Yes, from my humble opinion, the first thing you need to work on is to prepare more. The more preparation you do before a speech, two things would happen. First thing is that you will be more confident as you speak to people. And the second thing is that you will overcome your anxiety and you have better chances to talk seamlessly. Personally, I enjoyed your speech. And I think it would be greater if you got here 2 years ago and you would be more experienced than that. And at the end, I really hope you a great journey with our community at Toastmaster Cairo Club. Over to you, Magid.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. That was a very thorough observation at your end. Thank you so much. I don't think you have been an evaluator before. This is your first time to be evaluator, right?
No, I've been evaluated before.
It's a very good thing. Apparently, you grew into it. That's a very good, thorough evaluation of the speaker. Thank you for that. Now to our next evaluator, our beautiful Amal, evaluating the speech of Wala.
All right, Toastmasters and guests. I'm sure you all enjoyed Wala's speech today. I know that I did. Wala, congratulations. I know you've prepared this speech to be on a stage, a real one, but instead you found yourself on a virtual stage, but you've handled it perfectly. You took us through a journey, your journey, and that was very brave of you to tell us your story through Toastmasters, your Toastmasters journey. That was, I know that this was the purpose of your speech, but you've used it very wisely and you've made it like it's your story, not Toastmasters' story. Well, to go to the technicality, you used props. You did great. You used the cape of a superhero. You were wearing the superhero cape in the beginning because you are a Toastmaster and you are one of those superheroes. And then when you wanted to give us a flashback, you took off the cape. Like you were not a superhero back then when you were not a Toastmaster. You took off the cape and then you gave us the list. You read us this long list, this long piece of paper, the other prop that you've used. And you started with this bum, 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 bum. You gave us this energy with the dance and the fun. And then you started the acting part, your body language, using the handshake. Welcome to Toastmasters. Wow. Oh, now I've seen that the hand is very big when you bring it to the camera, but that's exactly how it feels. You feel that it's a big hand reaching out to you and embracing you into Toastmasters family. And that's how you made us feel, because we all have had this hand reaching out to us to take our hands into Toastmasters family. And the act, how you and I were talking, how you're talking up to him and then how he looks like that at you. I know the problem because I have that same height problem or lack of height maybe. Let's not get into that. Makes me cry. Although there was no real eye contact, you made us feel that you have eye contact with each and every one of us. That was great. And you used very powerful words, like you used the power of words. The phrases you've used were very beautiful. The path less traveled, another beautiful word. You used a quote in the beginning to tell us about the purpose of your speech, what good you have received and what good you have given to into this club. And finally, you've said the Toastmasters walk. And again, you used a very beautiful body language, although the stage was very limited, but you were able to show us as if you actually are walking. And the energy and the voice, the variation in the tone of your voice, when you're very shaky and trying to catch your breath in the beginning, giving your icebreaker, and then how happy you are talking and engaging your audience because you know each and every one of them and like you have a story with each and every one of us. I know I'm running out of time, but okay. And then you dropped your energy level as you were being sad when you said that about Muhammad, the public speaker who was murdered because of using the power of words. And then you went our high again, used another high with being proud of being a Toastmaster and telling us that each and every one of us have to help to hold his head up high and walking the Toastmasters walk. Thank you, Wala, and congratulations. I know I ran out of time, but I can't stop talking about how beautiful you were. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amal, for this elaborate evaluation. It was really spot on. Thank you so much. Rania or Dina, I don't know who should I address my question now. With the evaluation of the evaluators, do we include the timer and the counter and the grammarian as well, or
yes,
only the evaluators of person?
No, all
okay.
Timer, grammarian, and the counter, grammarian.
Perfect. Okay. So with that being said, with this cleared out of the way, I would pass the microphone to our beloved timer today, Ghada Sharawi. Please give us your report about the timer.
Hello again. Now I'm back with the report. Regarding prepared speeches, we have two amazing speakers. Rania, she delivered her icebreaker, which was supposed to come 4 to 6 minutes. She did it at 4:15. Wala Osman, her given time from 12 to 15, and she did it at 12. Then moving to table topic, the given time was supposed to be from 1 to 2 with 30 minutes tolerance time. So I feel all of them are qualified. The Cookie, 2 minutes 13. 2 minutes 30. Amal, 2 minutes. Muhammad Barakat, 1 minute. Ahmed Magdee, 2 minutes 30. Sharif, 1 minute 27. Mahmoud, 1 minute 14. Yasuku, 1 minute 39. Magid, 1 minute 33. And Carol, 2 minute 22. Regarding evaluation part, the given time was supposed to be from 2 to 3 minutes. The first evaluator, Ahmed Ala, he did it at 1 minute 50. And Amal, 4 minutes. Thank you. Back to you, Megan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ghada, and thank you for being very accurate in each of the evaluation that you give. Now, for the sake of time, back to our president / counter for your report.
Thank you, Megan. So our counter, it was not easy today. We had a lot of people who actually presented. I tried my best to keep track, so bear with me. Okay, with our speakers, Rania, our first speaker, we had 5 ahs, 5 ums, 2 so's, 3 in, 3 there's. Okay, well, at our second speaker, we had 2 so's, 2 of, 3 2 the, which I thought was awesome, Wallet, because you had a very long speech ahead of you. So this is just phenomenal. Good job on that. With the table topics, Christina, we had 10 ahs, 2 2's. We had Amal, who actually had 0 in the table topic discussion. Good job, Amal. We had Muhammad Barakat. He had 4 ums, 12 ahs, 1 so. And then Sharif, we had 5 ahs, 2 ums, and 1 you know. Yasuku, we had 1 ah and 1 Megid, we had 2 ahs and 2 ums. Mahmoud, we had 8 ahs, 1 you know. And then finally, Carol, we had 3 ums. That's as far as the table topic segment. Finally, our evaluators, Ahmed, we had 10 ahs, 6 ums, and Amal, we had 3 ahs. That's it. Everybody did a great job. The mic is yours.
Thank you, Dons. Thank you, our president and our counter. Thank you for this report. Before we move forward, well, I have just a quick note to say about myself. I counted my 2 ahs, but I forgot to count my 2 ums. So thank you for catching this. Now for the evaluation part, as we evaluated our speakers and our table topic speakers, impromptu speeches, now it's time to evaluate also our evaluators. We need to evaluate based on the grammarian, Amr Do, and we have our first evaluator, Ahmed Ala, second evaluator, Amal Kamil, and our timer, Ghada, and our counter, Dina. So are we ready for the poll, guys? Only that. Okay. Well, that's why I was asking. So we evaluate only the evaluators.
I am.
You tricked me. Okay, only the evaluators.
I could
we
change
evaluate
it.
only Amal and Ahmed. That's okay. Let's go by the rule.
Okay, sorry for interruption, Magid, but you give your evaluation concerning all the team, the 2 evaluators and the role players, but the poll will go just with the 2 evaluators. That's all.
It's okay. Well, that's why I was asking about the voting. So anyway, it's okay. Guys, the poll in front of you, please evaluate Amal and Ahmed. Whenever we're done, Ala, let me know, please, to close the poll.
Have we done the voting for the table topic speakers?
Yes.
Yes.
That was way back when we were kids.
Yes, we
And we're done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, thank you so much. Before I go through my extensive general evaluator, which I think I have 5 minutes to cover, I don't know how will that happen. Are we able to get up the evaluation results? Who is the best speaker? Who is the best table topic speaker? And who's the best evaluator for today? Can we do this right now before the general evaluation? Or would you prefer to do it at the
Yes.
end?
We can do
okay,
it.
it's okay.
Yes, we can do
I
it.
just need to ask. Okay, just Ahmed, please. Do you have the certificates? Did you write the names?
Yes, I have, and
Okay.
I wrote the names. Okay, just a second. So
okay, now
I will share my screen now.
Okay, just give me a break just to tell the people what are gonna do now.
Okay, okay, have a break.
Okay. So Toastmasters, dear guests.
Drum rolls, everyone. The best speaker is.
Yeah, make it okay. It's okay. It's your turn.
Allah. Huh? Who's the best speaker?
The best speaker is anyone? Drum rolls, anything? Okay, so Ala Osman.
Well deserved.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much. The best table topic speaker.
Okay.
Who has this?
The best table topic speaker. Oh.
Best table topic.
And the best table topic speaker is. Any drum rolls? I'm waiting the share screen. Yasuka Happy.
Yasuko.
Here we go.
But she left, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the best evaluation or the best evaluator goes to.
Okay.
Who has this clicker thing?
Amal Kamil.
Woohoo! Now you can add it to your list. How many now you have? Amal, where did you go? Right. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Thank you, everyone. Well, now to the annoying part. I hope I can finish it in, well, definitely I'm not going to finish it in 2 minutes. So I ask everyone's patience to bear with me for 10 extra minutes beyond the time limit that we are supposed to have for the meeting today. So we can evaluate the entire session for today. It might be a bit extensive, but bear with me if you don't mind. Well, first of all, the role of the general evaluator for our guests and members who has been away for quite some time is to evaluate the entire session, how it went, were we punctual, some of the things. We're not going to re-evaluate the evaluators that already presented the reports, but we're going to evaluate things that were not mentioned in the evaluation section that we had in the past. So to start with, well, first of all, I need to give it up to our Zoom master for today because we started at 7:01 sharp, which is kind of punctual, given all the conditions that we are in today of weather conditions and everything. As a sergeant at arms, I started at 7:15, which was again on time, and I have to give it up to our president, who used these 14 minutes in between to mingle with the guests and visitors and ask people to introduce themselves, my wife is included, and others, to get to know each other before, so people can feel comfortable before they start the meeting. That's something that, and that's the spirit actually of this Cairo Toastmasters meeting, the Cairo Toastmaster Club, that I always cherish and enjoy. My only mistake that I had is that I forgot to mention the mission of our club and the structure of the meeting. I know that the table topic, the Toastmaster of the day, goes through the agenda, but at least I should have given the guests a bit of walk through how the meeting is structured, like 3 parts, and what not happens between each of these things. So that's probably my bad. If we were offline, I would have made sure that all the agendas are distributed evenly or to everyone. I asked our gorgeous Toastmaster of the day to share the agenda with everyone. She did, but on her part, I would have suggested, Rania, that we would distribute it either on a file sharing thing from this Zoom thing, or if those who had signed up for the meeting on WhatsApp, we just pass them a copy of the agenda before we start so they can follow us throughout the day, especially if they're new to the club. Dina, I loved your inspiring speech. It was amazing. And the best part of it, that it was in line with the theme. Like, you made the story go, because we have a grammarian here, with this theme of the day about don't care about the future or the past, just enjoy the moment. That was a great opener in line with the whole theme of the whole day. That's excellent, actually. The only thing that I don't have reference to is that who should introduce Toastmasters to non-Toastmasters? Is it you as a president or as a sergeant at arms before on the welcoming note of people? I don't know where this should stand, but yeah, maybe we can put a couple of minutes before your story to tell people what is Toastmasters, because I think we have a lot of guests today. Rania, amazing, enthusiastic. I loved your energy level, yet you stepped over a few feet on the way. But it was so cute of you. It's always your energy level that is amazing and awesome. I think, again, maybe this is a dual mistake that we both did, me and you as Sergeant at Arms and Toastmaster of the Day, that we did not go through the agenda. And when it comes to the part of the evaluation, when you call speakers in, I think, I don't know, again, the reference of this part, but I think the general evaluator is the one who introduces the evaluators for the speakers. Maybe we do it that the Toastmaster of the day introduces it with the speaker. Again, this is something that maybe we need to sort out because it's a gray area between who should do what. I would say that using this enthusiasm rather than explaining or reading the role of the evaluator and the speaker, I would say use junction words from the previous speaker, making it bridge to the next one. Like, for instance, when you talk about Wala speech, you tell, well, such and such and such, he talked about something, and that will lead us to the second speaker. So that would give you an opportunity to bridge the two speakers together. That would be a heads up that actually, I know someone once said that, and I loved it. I found it very nice. Amr, our grammarian, thank you. But at the end of the day, of course, Rania, you did a great job as usual. That's not a surprise. That's an counterintuitive that you won't do it this way. That was a very good one. Amr, as always, great man. Definitely, I cannot challenge you on the language skills that you have. It was amazing. It was intuitive, not a counterintuitive as well, that you had this beautiful word. I loved your the spin that you gave to the grammarian role at the end, this fix these words exercise or fix these sentences exercise. It shows definitely the instructor in you, but again, it's a very nice thing that you did. Ghada, when you introduced yourself, it was great, straight to the point, spot on. Guys, this is what I'm going to do. You shared your screen and then you told everyone how he could go through it. I just missed that part. were you able to share your screen at the beginning when you were introducing the green, yellow, and red? Or this is something that I missed, or the internet connectivity at my end was not as good? I did not see this at the beginning of the speeches. Maybe during the speech I would have seen it, but when you start remember when you used to flag these, the small booklet that we had in the offline meetings? Maybe we could do it in the, yes, thank you, Dina. Maybe you can do it at the end. This is actually one of the other notes. Maybe I will take off. Thank you, Ghada, anyway, for a job beautifully done. Before I move on to the counter and the other prepared speeches, I love how all of you has become very savvy on using the WhatsApp, the Zoom chat box thing. I think it's been great. It shows how experienced all of you are using these things. So yeah, it's my part. Okay, my bad. I'll do it next time. So, and again, guys, please, I encourage all of you members or even guests to go through your chat box before you close this session or before we convene this meeting. There is one thing also that I read about the Sergeant at Arms, that I need to notify people that this session is being recorded. So those of you who are not feeling okay by being recorded, you need to close your cameras. Maybe this next time we would add this to the announcements. The beautiful part is that the prepared speeches started a bit 5 minutes late, but yet we ended 10 minutes earlier. So that was a very good use of time for this segment of the day. We started 7:35, but we ended up 7:50. And with the evaluation and everything, great job, Rania. We finished 5 minutes even earlier before the table topics. Great job, guys. Well, I'm not going to reevaluate everything as already Ahmed did that, but I loved two things actually. The first thing is that you did not listen to what Amr said about killing your bird. It was really nice. He actually advised you to kill it, but it was really nice of you not to look into it. The second thing, if you can share with us the article about the, what do you call it? This article about the the paths less traveled. I think if you can share it with everyone, so if everyone is interested to read this article as well. Apparently, it's a very good article. I skimmed through it while Wala is talking. It was really nice and inspiring. And oh, that is Wala. I was reading in a wrong one. I love the theatrical part for Wala, of course, and the comment on the bird and the path you traveled. Rania, I'm really sorry. Rania, where is Rania? Not you, Rania, the other Rania, the new Rania, our latest speaker. Rania, I mean.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
here.
still with us?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, first of all, congratulations on your first shock. How cold was the water standing on this podium talking to people? How was it?
It was a
You survived, right? But you survived at the end, right? So it's not as hard. You have Wala as an example. It's not as hard. You've done great. And promise me, you will be even doing greater each time you stand on that stage and talk to these lovely people. Great job. Perfect. You've done a great job. You've done a great job. And again, I'm not going to repeat what Ahmed told you, but I would go through two notes that I found that was perfect and very potential for you. The first one is that when you forgot in the middle of your speech, you panicked a little bit, but you still moved on, which is very good for a public speaker. Perfect act. I know it's a bit hard to ask you. What I'm going to ask you right now is to incorporate the word of the day in your speech, especially that your speech was in line with the theme and the word of the day, but you had a room during your speech when you were talking about your friend Rania and how she does things in an unusual manner, or not everyone. So you could have used the counter intuitive part in that speech, and this would added a lot. But again, it's not a must, it's just an eye-opener. As your first speech, it's an amazing exercise that you did, and the thing that I have to praise you for is that you did not stop, although you forgot what you were supposed to say. That's a brave part of at the end of the day.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent work, Rani. So as I was saying, the table topics, we started 5 minutes earlier or ahead of time. We had 9 table topic speakers, which is actually a good turnaround. It's a good number of speakers. I just need to comment on one person, which is Amal. Amal, your smile is our recharging batteries. So don't you ever give the serial killer look on your face. It's, I don't know. I won't believe you. I just put it this way. I won't believe you if you have that look. Okay. Well, of course, was it hard to be put on the spot right away?
It was fine. It was fine.
You survived. You survived. So next time you might find more of these. Next time I will push you. I'll get the camera in front of you. So see, that's a loving husband relationship.
Soon the camera will be off.
Does anyone have a place to stay? I might sleep on the doorstep. Okay, I loved, of course, our table topic guru, our dear Lulu. Of course, the new innovative way of the system that you created is a blast. I had fun, although maybe it wasn't as interactive as we thought, but I think it was okay. In my opinion, it was nice. I just have one comment. Instead of making it the first sentence people start their speech with, maybe make it the theme that they will talk about, like, rather than, because it's very hard to start your sentence with, or an impromptu speech with the last sentence. So just make it in the theme part. And as we always said, and I think Carlos mentioned this in one of his evaluations in the past, forget it's cookie, but next time we need to start with members. So we show them how it's done, and then let the guests later on copy what we're doing as members. It's very hard to ask a guest to start with a table topic, especially if they're not used to impromptu speeches. And the part where you allowed, I know that you said it in your presentation or in your introduction, but maybe we did not get the chance to do it. The 30 seconds window for people to think about it. The poor Muhammad, where are you? Abdawed. Thank you so much for a great speech that you gave. Although it was, I can feel or I can hear your heartbeats from my end. It was really hard on you. Yeah, but again, you could have paused, took 30 seconds, think about whatever the thing that you want to say, and then start talking. I know how hard this is. Maybe next time the table topic master will help you with this. If we're offline, normally we let you turn around, give your back to the audience, think about it, and then surprise us turning on again and tell us how things are. What else? I have a lot of notes here. Oh, Alia, back to our table topic. I love the way you welcomed Ahmed, and it took us really off course. It was really fun. I missed him too, but I don't think it was appropriate in the context of the meeting. We should have done this celebration probably by the end of the meeting, but it was so cute and fun. I loved it. Thank you. I hope he's here still. And Magdee, he left? Anyway, so yeah, you were missed, man. Carol, I have one comment. I love that you introduced, is she here? She left. Where is everyone going? Carol, Ferris, are you still here? Okay, so Carol, if you can hear me, I love that you introduced yourself at the beginning. My name is Carol Ferris and blah, blah, blah. And then you jumped into the topic that asked to present, which is, again, was an amazing or a very confident sign. I love that in the speaker, where you are a confident person talking about yourself, although you were immediately put under the spotlight. That's it. Wow. I was speaking too fast. I only took 15 minutes instead of 20. Thank you, everyone. It was a great meeting. And back to you, our president. Thank you for everyone for your time. And thank you for joining Cairo Toastmasters. Back to you, our president.
Thank you so much, Megan. I think your evaluation was extremely extensive, very thorough, and it really does seem like you exerted so much effort into putting this together. So thank you so much for concentrating and motivating people and encouraging everybody to continue doing what they're doing. So thank you for that. All right, you guys. So basically our meeting has come to an end. I know that we still have a couple of guests with us on board. So if you guys are considering membership, as always, I like to mention that our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, Rania Leila, is also our VP of membership. She has her hand raised right now. If you want to become a member of Cairo Toastmasters Club, please feel free to contact her directly. Rania, can you please write down your contact information in the chat box? Is that possible? Yeah, that would be nice. Everybody's going to have her cell phone number now, so just give it to everyone you know. But anyway, this is your time to contact her through the chat box if you want. If you're not able to contact her right now, you can contact us via Messenger on Cairo Toastmaster Club's Facebook page. Also be on the lookout for our upcoming meetings. Otherwise, I hope everybody had a good time. Thanks so much for our first time guests who actually participated in our table topic discussion. Thanks to our wonderful speakers who inspired and motivated us today. Thank you to our tag team, our evaluators. I think together we made this meeting a truly successful one. So have a good night, everybody, and we look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon.
Thanks for. Bye.